Weekly challenge number 6 has come to its end. It's been a challenge focused on meeting and talking to new people in the bus queue, if it's in the grocery store, whatever, people you just meet in your everyday life. That's what the challenge has focused on. And I set out to have 10 of these approaches, which I exceeded by twice the amount actually. The week started off with quite the resistance. I didn't really put the focus I was supposed to, and it was all me. I just didn't do enough. But then I got rolling. I started out with going to a library in a very unharmful environment, and there I got the momentum. I got used to talking to people. So then it was easy to just continue in all the settings. And one of the key aspects that I found was a good way of starting to talk to people was to just interact with the environment, what's around you, what can you see with your eyes, what's happening. It's so easy to just go from that. I mean, if you're standing in the bus line and a pigeon is just flying by, I don't know, just something that happens, you can start to talk about that. It doesn't have to be rocket science, it doesn't matter. People are not judging you in that way. People think it's just nice to talk. So don't make such a big deal out of what you're talking about. Just get the ball rolling and then take it from there. If you ask people for advice for talking with people, other people, they always say never talk about the weather. I say talk about the weather if that's all you can come up with for that ignition, that first spark that ignites the conversation. And then as soon as possible, don't stick with that weather topic. Explore something new, but just get through that initial point, because that was hard to start the conversation. But from there you can take it wherever you want to take it. The second thing is, I realized that there are so many people that are plugged in. You're disconnected from the rest of the world. You need to put out your earphones and just interact with the world. And I mean, that's a judgment call you have to make. Do you want to be present in the world, or do you want to be in your own bubble? And that goes for me too as well, because this week I have unplugged, because I have I've had the intention to interact with people. If you want to be a part of this bigger world, if you want to have new people and interaction come into your everyday life, you need to unplug as well. I'm all for learning in the everyday commute or wherever you're spending time that could be used in a more efficient way. If you have a good audiobook and want to listen to that, sure, do that. But also have moments where you actually unplug and make sure you interact with the world. And maybe when you are doing the grocery shopping, maybe you can unplug them, and maybe you can do the audiobook when you're sitting and doing your commute or whatever. So it's just, if you want to be a part of the big world, you need to unplug. Have fun when you do this. Bring the joy to the conversations. I mean, this week I maybe had 25 new conversations, and I'd say in 9 out of 10 out of these conversations, either I or the person I was talking to smiled really big or laughed, because that's what I brought to the meetings. That's what makes this fun, to have it easygoing, to make it a fun thing to do. It's not dead serious. This is interacting and being social and enjoying doing it. You are not gonna think it's fun when you're trying to approach a person and you're just dying of nervous anxiety, if that's the case for you. It's gonna be fun when you're actually done with it, or if you had a good conversation and it was fun and easygoing. Then you're gonna have that joyful moment and realize that, yeah, I can do this. This is nice. And that will trigger you to do it again. At least that's how it has been for me this week. For each and each conversation I've had, every time I've been more hungry to talk to a new person. So it fuels you to do it again and again and again. As I intended when I started this week, I didn't aim for the high quality conversations. That's something that comes when you actually are used to talking to people. So just getting the habit of talking to anybody. That's what we need to start, and then we can work on the actual quality of the conversation. And you learn that skill by doing over and over again. And that means you're gonna fail some way in that process. And failure is okay, that's the way you learn. You learn by doing, and you learn by failing, because then you know where your limitations are. Failure is okay. It really doesn't matter. Just realizing that sometimes it's not you. The people you may interact with may not be that nice people sometimes. I mean, some people are just rude, and some people just don't want to talk. And you have to respect that. Keep doing it again and again, and you will reach a state where you are confident in yourself, you're confident in what you say, and you're just having good, nice interactions. And eventually, with those interactions, will take you to so much good opportunities, memories, challenges, everything. It's so much there that can bring so much value to your life. And with those words, I'm gonna leave you for this time.